So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy. What is today? Wednesday? Yes, it is. And that's good because we're halfway through the week. Are you still excited about the week? A lot of people get up on Monday like, oh, it's Monday. And Wednesday, woohoo, the week's halfway over. Personally, for me, I feel that way a little bit on a Wednesday, like, yay, it's halfway over, but also feel like, man, I better get busy because before you know it, I'll run out of the week to get stuff done. How do you think about that? That's how I think about it. Glass half full, glass half empty, kind of the same at the same time, right? So some year-end success hacks. We started yesterday with a whole bunch of basic stuff. Today, I'm going to give you some ideas that are going to give you the advantage over almost everybody on the planet. Would you like an advantage? Simple stuff if you're willing to do it. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Life begins when you move, but you got to do a little bit every single day because, some days you move more than others. Some days it's like you creeped forward. Like I had COVID for about 2 weeks, but with the cold and everything else, it slowed me down. I lost a month. I didn't move forward very much. It was all I could do to keep up with everything I've got going on. And it was painful. But at the same time, I just knew, okay, and I'm just going to do what I can do. Get some sleep, feel better, and as you can tell today, starting to get that energy back. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the Chief Motivating Officer here at motivationtomove.com. My job is very simple. It's to simply say, oh, good morning. You got out of bed. Let's go do something. Well, what do I do, Scott? I don't know, do what you said you wanted to do. And my job is to help you get that. And I used to say I will drag you kicking and screaming till you get it. Now I just kind of push you along the way every single day. So glad you're here so I can help you do that. My book is in pre-sale right now. I think it goes on sale October 4th, but we're in pre-sale right now. And it's doing really well. Thank you for that. People are buying it. If you will want to check it out, just go to motivationtomove.com/gratitude. It'll take you right to the page. It is the 5-minute daily gratitude journal for men. You can also go to Amazon and search that as well. I'd appreciate you doing that.
Plan B is a backup birth control option that's there for you when things don't go according to plan. It specifically works after unprotected sex and before pregnancy occurs by temporarily delaying ovulation. Plan B is available nationwide at all major retailers and through delivery apps like DoorDash. No ID, prescription, or age requirement. It's the #1 OBGYN recommended brand of emergency contraception, and it won't impact your future fertility. That's freedom to be. Use as directed.
Year-end success hacks. So yesterday we dug in a little bit to some general stuff that you need to kind of do to move yourself forward. If you missed that show, go listen to part 1 of this little series I'm doing. And I've done this series before, but I update it every time I do it. I probably cover it about every 8 or 9 months. I do go back and do things, but one thing you need to know about these shows is if you ever see the same title, which is not likely, but if you ever do, don't avoid it, because I never, ever, ever repeat a show. So if I do the same thing I did a year ago, it's going to be different and updated with whatever thoughts are going on today. That's what's happening for this program. So I spent a few minutes on the practical ways to succeed in the future, but here are some actions that will give you a huge advantage over almost everybody, and it's automatic. You may not like. I'm just going to say, come here. Some of you aren't going to like this. You're like, I don't want to do that. But you're also going to be thinking at the same time, oh, he's right. I know I should be doing that. I've been thinking about that. If I haven't done it, maybe I will now. So that's my job, to get you motivated to do it today. So these are things that you could do that will literally propel you beyond most of the population, beyond anybody you hang out with. Most people will not do this. Are you ready? Number 1, you got to eat right. You got to eat right. Nearly 70% of the folks around you right now are eating fast food every single day. Here's a homework assignment for you. As you're driving around today, pay attention to the line length at a fast food, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, something like that. Pay attention to how long the line is. 70% of the population, fast food every day. 60% obese. Not overweight, obese. Simply eating a better diet will give you an energy and a mindset others do not have. You know it, I know it. It's the elixir for everything. And if you really want to get someplace and you really want to get people's attention, you have the energy to do whatever you want to do in your life, just start with eating. It's not that difficult. Exercise. I told you, you're not going to like some of this stuff. 70% of the folks around you do not exercise beyond daily activities. They are barely functionally fit. And what that means, functional fitness, is the ability to be functional throughout the day. What happens is, as people don't move, they get less of an ability to be functional, so they do less stuff. 77% doesn't exercise. 100% of top performers. 100% of peak performers exercise. Which one do you want to be? How many times have you heard a peak performer getting out of bed and exercising at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning? I did that for a while. I changed my mind. I still exercise. I exercise 5 days a week, sometimes 6. Just don't do it at 5 o'clock in the morning. But it just makes sense. If 77% of the population doesn't exercise, you're special if you do. So let's talk about the tough one. This is the one that is just a massively huge problem right now in this country, probably around the world. Sleep. You need 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night. Yes, you do. Don't argue with me. Unless you're Einstein, and you're not, who could sleep 3 or 4 hours a night. You need 8 to 10 hours a night. Personally, for me, I need about 9. If I get a lot of REM sleep, I could do it a little less than that, but I need about 9 hours a night. I learned that a long time ago, but you need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. The average is less than 6 hours these days. You will have more energy than 60% of the population by going to bed a little bit earlier. What time do you go to bed? It's pretty simple. I go to bed at 9:30. That's where I head that direction. I know it sounds kind of early, but we're going to start waking up around 4:45, 6 o'clock. I get out of bed about 6:45. I take a little bit to wake up, but I'm still getting my 9 hours of sleep. So don't even argue with it. You are underperforming if you're not sleeping well. And if you're having trouble sleeping, just Google it, get an app, do something, get yourself an Apple Watch and track it and learn how you sleep. I do a walk, a little idea for you if you're having trouble sleeping. Every morning at about 7:10, 7:15 in that area, depending on how quickly I'm moving out the door, I take my dogs for a walk. Now, I didn't do that initially to make myself feel better. I thought it would be better for them to walk in the cooler hours of the Florida morning, and they'd enjoy it a whole lot more. And it's a lot of fun for me to get out there with them. But about 7:15, I take a walk, and then I realized what I'm really doing is I'm setting my circadian rhythm. I'm not in the house with artificial light. If the drapes are closed, there's no sunlight coming in. I'm outside, the sun's shining in my face, and living in Daytona Beach as I'm walking toward the ocean, boom, the sun's right in my face. It really makes a difference to tell your body when to wake up and when to sleep. My body knows to wake up 7:15 in the morning, and then that evening at 9:30, it naturally starts to make me tired. Okay, number 4, got to move fast here, running a little bit over on time. Be careful with alcohol. Now, the trend is going the other direction. Back into the pandemic, a lot of people drinking a lot more, me included. I had a lot more wine than I had. Why not, right? 70% of adults drink, 50% regularly. Forget about how much, doesn't really matter. But one glass of wine will stop real progress. And more than that, you'll be less productive the next day. I cannot tell you how many clients I've had over the years that eventually I get to the conversation. So how much you drinking? And what ends up happening is as soon as you get that first glass of wine in you, it's going to relax you, or beer, or whatever you drink. It's going to relax you. You immediately become less productive than you would have been. And depending on how far you go, it's not completely unlikely that you won't feel good till 2 or 3 the next afternoon. So I'm not saying no, I'm not saying don't do it. I'd like to have a glass of wine or two during the week, maybe on the weekend, but you got to be careful about it. One more thing. I told you weren't going to like this stuff. Be more gooder than badder. I know it's kind of weird. Be more gooder than badder. What do you mean by what it says? It's exactly what it says. It's bad grammar and everything, but I want you to be more gooder than badder on these items. If you just lean in the direction of being a little better about how you make choices, you have an advantage over 70%, actually 7.25% of the population. If you need to catch a break, what an easy way to do it. Think about that for a second. In fact, I will tell you this. If you can get 70% of anything, you are closer to 100% than you can even imagine. You don't need to go all the way. If you get 70%, you're going to soar. So listen to yesterday's show if you didn't hear it. More practical stuff about success planning. And today's show, obviously the basic stuff. If you just do these basics, you're ahead of 70% of the population. That will give you a huge advantage. So tomorrow, setting specific time-based goals. Very powerful tools, and a lot of ways to think about that, but nonetheless, it's a huge, huge tool for you. We'll chat about that tomorrow. Go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook and join our group over there. Tag me, talk to me. And if you want my 5-minute gratitude journal for men, it's in pre-sale. Go to motivation2move.com/gratitude, and you'll see everything you need to know to buy the book.